It is better to be feared than loved, if you cannot be both. The ends justify the means. The first method for estimating the intelligence of a ruler is to look at the men he has around him. There is no avoiding war, it can only be postponed to the advantage of others. He who wishes to be obeyed must know how to command. One who deceives will always find those who allow themselves to be deceived. Where the willingness is great, the difficulties cannot be great. Men should be either treated generously or destroyed because they take revenge for slight injuries. For heavy ones, they cannot. The lion cannot protect himself from traps, and the fox cannot defend himself from wolves. One must therefore be a fox to recognize traps, and a lion to frighten wolves. Never was anything great achieved without danger. It is much safer to be feared than loved. The wise man does at once what the fool does finally. Everyone sees what you appear to be if you experience what you really are. Hatred is gained as much by good works as by evil. A prince never lacks legitimate reasons to break his promise. He who becomes a prince through the favor of the people should always keep them friendly, for he is more likely to lose his authority with them than with the nobles. A wise ruler ought never to keep faith when by doing so it would be against his interests. The promise given was a necessity of the past. The word broken is a necessity of the present. The more sand has escaped from the hourglass of our life, the clearer we should see through it. Men in general judge more from appearances than from reality. All men have eyes, but few have the gift of penetration. There is nothing more difficult to take in hand, more perilous to conduct, or more uncertain in its success than to take the lead in the introduction of a new order of things. Men are so simple and so much inclined to obey immediate needs that a deceiver will never lack victims for his deceptions. History is written by the victors. Nature creates few men brave. Industry and training makes many. A return to the first principles in a republic is sometimes caused by the simple virtues of one man. His good example has such an influence that the good men strive to imitate him. The wicked are ashamed to lead a life so contrary to his example. It is better to act and repent than not to act and regret. He who builds on the people builds on the mud. The more men value things beyond their control, the less control they have. A prince should therefore have no other aim or thought, nor select anything else for his study, than war and its rules and discipline. There is no surer sign of decay in a country than to see the rights of religion held in contempt. It is not the well-being of individuals that makes a state prosperous, but the well-being of the community. Wars begin when you will, but they do not end when you please. A wise man ought always to follow the paths beaten by great men, and to imitate those who have been supreme, so that if his ability does not equal theirs, at least it will savor of it. It is not by the concentration of wealth that states are maintained, but by the distribution of it. There are three sorts of intelligence. One kind understands things for itself, the second appreciates what others can understand, the third understands neither for itself nor through others. This first kind is excellent, the second good, and the third kind useless. No enterprise is more likely to succeed than one concealed from the enemy until it is ripe for execution. The way to safeguard yourself against flatterers is to make men understand that telling you the truth will not offend you.